Reaction to the shakeup at RPD. But first, Brent Solomon joining us live now with an update on tonight's protest. Has this been peaceful, Brent?
Yeah, so far it's been peaceful, but I tell you what, there are a lot of precautions in place right now. Take a look. We're at RPD headquarters. These concrete blocks went up this afternoon, likely in anticipation of any protesters that would attempt to gather in front of RPD headquarters, as we've seen them do in recent days. Last night, of course, that leading into a clash between the protesters and the police. You can see some of them right now standing by. Some of them armed and some of them in riot gear. They have to do what they have to do to protect themselves and to protect the public. But if you ask many of the people who are marching, they believe this is just a bit extreme.
We are ready to move in a new direction.
Mayor LeVar Stoney announcing Tuesday RPD Chief William Smith will no longer serve Richmond. His replacement, Major Jody Blackwell, who's been with the department for more than 2 decades.
I believe that we have to find ways to reimagine the way we keep the public safe.
It comes after several clashes between protesters and police.
I'm the truck.
Officers have been hurt. Protesters will tell you so have they. Tuesday, the mayor said he supported the peaceful protesters.
We're only defining the protesters. Why don't we define the police? What does a peaceful police officer look like? Does it look like the riot gear?
Local activist Chelsea Higgs Wise says she supports all protesters and transforming what policing looks like.
Seeing the police snatch one of the protesters from the crowd, it almost felt like ICE was coming to snatch them in a van and we wouldn't know where they would go. They come out with the tear gas in their hand, ready to use it. And they have been trained that they're in a war zone against civilians. It feels very Civil War-like.
The mayor saying investigations are now underway to determine if officers were wrong in recent events. He says if so, there will be accountability. This, as the news of the day, doesn't mean an end to all of the protests we've seen for weeks.
The police chief being fired is just one step in the symbolism that our leadership is not working.
Do you want the protest to stop?
No. Nope, we're not there yet. Don't stop. We're not there yet. And don't charge me for inciting a riot.
All right, let's go ahead and send you back live now. Again, these concrete blocks we've been telling you about all evening, keeping protesters away from RPD headquarters. The roads are blocked in front of the station, and there is crime tape up and a heavy police presence, and it even looks like a military presence as well. We've been following the protesters as they've been marching all night. They started in Monroe Park around 8:30 or so, and they've been marching around downtown Richmond. It appears to be peaceful, but we have seen some of them marching with their arms on them, open carry, and at one point I noticed someone spray painting the anarchy symbol on a city-owned utility box. That was a little earlier tonight. So we may have different type of people coming together, people with different missions, people with different beliefs, joining this movement, joining this cause of calling for change. So we'll continue to follow this one, but that is the latest from Richmond right now, downtown Richmond, where we're on your side live tonight. Brent Solomon, back to you.
Thanks for the update, Brent.